Yes, I am a sheep. I went where the flock went. And I'm super excited about it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Teacher Jessie. You're watching Reliable Roots and boy, we got a lot of catching up to do. So it's been a very long time since I posted a video. I'm very sorry for that. Let me start off by saying thank you subscribers. We just reached over 1,000. Thank you so much. It's nice to see all your beautiful smiling faces. I've got tons and tons to catch you up on, so real quick, I'll try to fast forward through all of this. This past year has been crazy hectic, but also crazy awesome. Nothing significantly bad has happened. I just had to take a break from YouTube to do other things like homeschool my 2 children. I went back to school for a while. I worked on my homestead and I started crafting again. That's where I've been. Sorry, I've missed all your faces. This video is predominantly going to be about ESL teaching or just teaching online in general. Today, I'm still with GoGoKid. I'm still with VIPkid. Those 2 companies have changed dramatically in the last year, and I want to walk you through some of the changes that you probably already know about, unless you're new to this whole experience, and I'll just kind of run you through that, and then I want to give all of you an opportunity that has been presented to me that I just started with this past week, and it's been phenomenal-ish. A year ago, I asked GoGoKid for a raise, and I was flat out denied. They denied my raise simply because they didn't have a raise policy. So at that point, I started going a lot more over to VIPkid. So I was trying to get the raise over at VIPkid, which I was able to get back in March. Yay! And GoGoKid also changed their incentive policy back in December into January. And VIPkid actually announced that their incentive policy was going to change the very same day that GoGoKid announced that their incentive policy was changing. Crazy, right? VIPkid's incentive policy change was for new recruits only, and now they did announce recently that they are going to be doing that with new contracts to veteran teachers coming up soon. Times they are a-changin'. Teacher Brett and Teacher Paige did a fabulous discussion with each other about the future of online ESL teaching. They did this like months ago, so I'll try to find that video and link it below. But they were just kind of stating what they've seen happen. They're both veteran teachers of ESL. They've taught at, I know Teacher Brett has taught at multiple companies, and I've really learned a lot from all of her teaching, so I will leave her channel here. Is it here? It's been a while since I've done a video. I think it's here. I will leave her channel up here so you can go check her out. As of right now, I'm still at both companies. I was only doing short notice bookings over at VIPkid because my friend, Teacher Danny, and I will leave her channel here. I think it's here. Teacher Danny told me last fall, she's like, dude, you can make $4 an hour more by offering the short notice. I was like, well, do those actually get booked? Yeah, they actually got booked. So in the fall time, I started making $4 an hour more over at VIPkid just by opening up the short notice. Now, sometimes it was mostly trials. It still is mostly trials. Sometimes they wouldn't show up. So in that case, I'm only getting 50% of that class, which stinks. But at the same time, I'm not doing anything, so I'm kind of okay with that. I'm lazy. If that trial does book, if it stays booked, if you teach the class and if they sign up, then you get an additional $5 for that student. So it's like, you know, you can make more money doing that. But of course you do have those trials that end up being no-shows. So it's a give and take. I like the short notice at VIPkid simply because of the schedule. The thing that I have never liked about GoGoKid or VIPkid has been their cancellation policy. I have 3 small children, and if one of them gets sick, I'm kind of like, okay, you're gonna have to watch TV and take care of yourself because I cannot cancel a class because you can only get so many cancellations, and you know, you have to go through this whole thing to get a soft or medium cancellation over at VIPkid, and you have to, you know, appeal it over at GoGoKid, and I've just never really enjoyed that fact. And I say that for a reason that I'm going to get into this next thing in a moment. Probably in all industries nowadays, with technology and the way that everything's moving so quickly, it can move so quickly. So I am staying at both companies because you really and truly never know if tomorrow they're gonna bust out with some kind of new incentive thing that just is like, yeah, I want to open up all my time slots because that's a great bonus thing, you know, or they might, you know, slash your pay. But either way, I'm still happy at both companies, and I'm still working at both companies, and I still love my regulars at both companies. Now getting on to the extra thing that I've kind of taken on. So with all of this being said, I've noticed that a lot of really popular YouTube VIPkid teachers who I would say they are the face of VIPkid to me, because I've seen them travel to China. I have seen them do VIPkid commercials. I have seen them on advertisements and stuff like that. Like, they, to me, are a significant face of VIPkid, and I know that several of them have made 6 figures by recruitment. And I guess at some point, I believe the milestone incentives changed last year too at VIPkid. A lot of these faces are now going either to GoGoKid or they are going to Outschool, which brings me to my now new third company, which I love, is Outschool. So Outschool is predominantly United States based, Pacific time zone. Ever since this virus has struck out, Outschool has, in 1 week time, they had so many new parents join in. It was a larger number in 1 week time than in all of 2019. For new parents signing on. If you have a platform on YouTube and you have a following, this is a great recruitment opportunity. Over at Outschool, once a teacher teaches $100 worth of classes, you get a $200 bonus per new teacher. If you're wondering why everybody's recruiting for Outschool right now, that's a pretty good incentive. With Outschool, you do not need a diploma. Outschool is just teaching things that you are passionate about and love. They want to hire teachers to teach all sorts of things, and I do mean all sorts of things. I mean, you can teach science and algebra and math and reading. You can teach piano and dance and karate, and I mean, like, you name it. I have seen classes like I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. There's like a whole following of Minecraft that I need to research about, because that's like a whole thing. And I'm sorry for being just that ignorant that I was like, I did not know that was like that big of a thing. But that's a big thing. That's like a Star Wars thing. And there's also a Star Wars thing on Outschool. You don't need the degree. You don't need to be a certified teacher. You just need a passion for whatever it is you're going to teach. Thing number 2 is you can make your own schedule. Again, it's very flexible, and it could be anytime, day or night. Number 3 is that you can teach literally anything that you want. And to me, I've seen Outschool in the past, and I steered clear of it because I'm like, oh, I have to make my own curriculum. Like, that is a lot of work. Where do I even begin? What do I even want to teach? And how would I entertain somebody virtually? Like, I'm used to GoGoKid and VIPkid have interactive platforms. It's one-on-one. You're clicking and you're circling. And I'm like, this is completely different. This is teaching American English students who really understand everything that I'm saying. And I don't have those interactive features. I mean, I kind of do. You know, they can circle and annotate on the screen, but it's a Zoom platform. Or they're using Zoom in Outschool. So, you know, it's not going to be like little stars that light up or little characters that move and drag and drop. I mean, I suppose that you could probably make that in PowerPoint. I could not, but I'm sure you could. And by the way, links in the description box below. You can go on there, join as a parent, and get a $20 credit so that you can take any class for free. They will credit your account up to $20, and that's the first thing that I did, because I wanted to see, okay, how does this work? How do other teachers do it? And I gave my daughter a watercoloring class, and it was wonderful, and it was fascinating, and it was easy, and it was relaxing, and she really enjoyed it, and I learned something, and it was really just great. Just great. If you need to cancel a class, to the best of my knowledge, everything that I've looked at is like, okay, you cancel a class, you refund the students, or you reschedule the students. I mean, it really is like you are teaching your own class. You're just using them for advertisement, and you're using their platform. And I love all of that. The other thing is that you get to choose what age group, how many kids you want in the class. You get to choose between 4 options. Is it a one-time class? Is it a multi-day class? Is it ongoing, as in like kindergarten? You're going to teach all of kindergarten. That's like an ongoing thing all year round. Or a subscription. It's like a subscription-based class. And then you have a flexible class, which that is kind of you're not meeting in a Zoom class. You're leaving instructions. Maybe you're leaving videos for the students of how to do those classes, and it's flexible, so you're not actually meeting live on Zoom. You also get to choose how much you want to charge per class. And you can see how all of this can add up. Now they do take 30% off the bat. The numbers are also all very much so rounded. There's no cents involved. They take 30%, not 29, not 32. It's 30%, and whatever you charge is a round number. It's not $10.99. You charge $10 a class or $11 a class. So you can see how this can add up to a significant amount of money. And let me walk you through real quick, because I know this video is super long, but so I have now taught 3 classes there. I signed up several weeks ago. I've been working like crazy to try to figure out what am I going to teach, and putting together some PowerPoint and getting some books and some things, trying to figure out what it was that I wanted to teach. So my first class was on Monday, and let me tell you, it went fabulous. My very first class filled up. It filled up like right before the class. Like I got the emails like, okay, you're completely filled like 30 minutes before the class. I'm like, oh my goodness, my first class is completely filled up. And I charged $10 per class. I had 7 learners. So my take home pay for a 40-minute class, which I got early and I went late because I wanted to make sure everybody was happy and stuff. But my take home pay from that was like $49 for 40 minutes. Which is not bad. And of course, there are some people on there that make $75 an hour. If you know your craft and people are willing to pay whatever for that kind of knowledge and expertise, I mean, that is a significant amount. You could literally make 50 to 70, I don't know, maybe even $100 an hour. So it's a great money-making opportunity to work from home, teaching teaching the next generation something that you love, that you really enjoy, that you're passionate about. Second class. Second class was a nightmare, guys. My app was crashing, and the bad thing about the Zoom platform is that you don't have IT. At VIPkid and GoGoKid, if something goes wrong, you just contact IT. You have technical support right there in your classroom. There was no tech support. I couldn't figure out what was going wrong. I had taught all that morning at VIPkid, so I know that my internet connection was secure. I did speedtest.net. Internet connection was great. I had no problems teaching at VIPkid. I arrived early, like everything seemed to be going well, except for the fact that my computer or my app kept going like that. The whole class. So the second class that I taught was awful. I refunded everybody their money because I honestly did not know what else to do at that point. Tech problems, they happen. So third class was this morning. It too went fantastic, and ironically enough, I had somebody from yesterday's class come to this class, which I was so excited about because I thought for sure after yesterday's disaster of a class that nobody would ever want to take my class again. So for them to actually come to today's class, I was just like, wow. This is awesome. This is so cool. All the information for signing up, if you are a parent, $20 credit below. If you are a teacher, all the referral information is below. I will take you through whatever it is that I know, and I will try to help you get started. I'll try to help you find out whatever it is that you want to teach and how to get started with that. And hopefully by the time you get started, I might actually know a few things more about Zoom that I could help spread to you, so you don't have an app that's crashing in the middle of class, and it's terrible. Anyway, that's it for this class. Did I really just say that? That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for letting me reach the 1,000 mark on YouTube. I'm just really excited about that. If you guys have any questions about VIPkid, GoGoKid, online ESL teaching, or Outschool, leave it in the description box below. I would love to hear from you if you already teach on Outschool. What is it that you teach? You know, give me your information. I want to know what it is you teach, how long you've been teaching, you know, all of that. Happy summer! See you next time. Bye!